The movie begins with a flashback from the end of its first part. Gward, Thunder, and Ian are shown escaping to the past in a desperate attempt to save the world from the alien race known as the Paro. However, their escape doesn't go smoothly. 3 humans, already possessed by the Paro, are sent to hunt them down. Their goal is clear: to seize the divine sword carried by Gward and his companions. Not long after, Jang continues to pursue Ian, who now possesses the divine sword. After walking for 2 days, she disguises herself and encounters Gedong. From Gedong, she obtains vital information, including the whereabouts of Thunder, whom she has been searching for. Moments later, 2 sorcerers arrive to capture Ian. Thanks to her combat skills, she easily overpowers them both. Her moves are swift and precise. No one knows where she learned to fight like that. Meanwhile, Mureuk, along with the 2 sorcerers, Seol and Woon, begins investigating Jang through an old mute woman. The woman writes about Jang's arrival, along with several others, 10 years ago at Mount Hwangmeng. When they were discovered, Jang rebelled and attacked a masked man named Neung-pa, leaving him blind. From the woman, they also learned that Jang needs the divine sword to awaken the controller, the most powerful Paro, by stabbing it into a human host already possessed by the alien. The 2 sorcerers, unwilling to let that happen, decide to kill Mureuk, believing that the controller is inside his body. As they try to capture him, Mureuk momentarily loses control of his own body. Yet, after regaining himself, the sorcerers use their magic to subdue him. At the same time, 2 cat-like spirits loyal to Mureuk help Ian hide from the hunters. Those spirits were ordered by Mureuk to follow and protect Ian, believing she is his wife. After capturing Mureuk, the sorcerers hesitate to kill him. They choose instead to drink, thinking it'll be easier to end his life once they're drunk. However, while they're intoxicated, Mureuk regains full consciousness and manages to break free. That night, Ian is hunted once again by Jang and his forces. Among them is also Neung-pa, who seeks the divine sword for himself. He intends to use it to heal his blindness and take revenge on Jang. Despite his blindness, Neung-pa is a master swordsman, able to sense and strike enemies purely through sound. He then attacks Ian and immediately recognizes the divine sword in her hands. Neung-pa admits that he once saw Gward wielding that same sword during the capture of a Paro long ago. Luckily, before anything tragic happens, Mureuk arrives and saves Ian. They use a magical cloak that renders them invisible, allowing them to escape safely with a little help from the 2 loyal cat spirits. The scene then shifts to the future. In the year 2022, we meet Gae-in, a woman and one of Neung-pa's descendants. Gae-in happens to be the aunt of Min and Ian's best friend in the future. 2 days before the outbreak of the deadly gas known as Haba, Gae-in arrests a thief named Samsik. Coincidentally, Samsik later becomes one of the humans possessed by the Paro during the catastrophic event. As a police officer, Gae-in begins searching for Samsik after his escape and accidentally overhears a conversation between Gward and Thunder in a hospital parking lot. From that moment, she senses something strange about Gward, including the mysterious connection between him and his daughter, Ian. Curious, she digs deeper by checking Ian's phone while Ian visits Minson's house. By coincidence, the very same Samsik whom Gae-in is tracking becomes trapped within the spreading Haba fog. Gae-in and a fellow officer witness the events that unfold that day, the day Gward and his allies travel back to the past to prevent an even greater disaster in the future. Back in the past, Mureuk reveals to Ian that she was once his childhood friend. He recalls saving her when she was unconscious by a riverside. Mureuk then questions her about the identity of the controller, the alien warlord who escaped from the future's prison. It's then revealed that, as a child, Mureuk once encountered the controller by accident, which made him believe the alien had entered his body. Upon learning this, Ian assures him that he can still be himself, even if his body houses an alien. After realizing that Mureuk is his long-lost childhood friend, she decides not to kill him and walks away for both their sake. The next day, Mureuk finds Ian again and tells her about Thunder's location. When she arrives, Ian discovers Thunder's machine lying dormant, drained of all energy. To reactivate it, she heads toward Jang's fortress, where Thunder's ship is hidden. Meanwhile, Mureuk and his followers move toward the same fortress to rescue Gae-in, Mureuk's close friend, who has been kidnapped by Jang. Upon arrival, Mureuk discovers that Gae-in has already been killed, executed by Jang for refusing to reveal the sword's location. Soon after, it's revealed that Jang's fortress hides an alien servant of the controller. As the alien reveals itself, a fierce battle breaks out between Mureuk, Gae-in, and Neung-pa. During the fight, the alien manages to snatch the divine sword from Gae-in's hands. One by one, Neung-pa, Mureuk, and his followers are overpowered. Gae-in takes advantage of a brief moment, cutting her palm with the divine sword to unlock her lost memories connected to Mureuk. Through these memories, she discovers that young Mureuk was never possessed by the controller. Instead, when the alien tried to enter him, Gward suddenly appeared and drove the controller away with his attack. Severely wounded, Gward transferred his remaining energy into Mureuk's body, allowing him to someday uncover the truth of the past. Gae-in's memories also reveal the origin of Mureuk's loyal cat spirits. They were created by Thunder, who combined the essence of a human and a cat shortly after he and Gward first arrived in the past. At the end of these memories, it's revealed that young Gae-in, not Mureuk, was the true host of the controller all along. The alien has lived inside her since that day. Horrified by the truth, Gae-in attempts to take her own life to kill the alien within her, but the controller overpowers her mind and seizes full control of her body. Using Gae-in's body, the controller travels to the future alongside Jang to retrieve the divine sword from the two remaining sorcerers. Once there, he resurrects his imprisoned alien subordinates whose human hosts had already died from exposure to the Haba gas. The controller now knows the gas will explode in just 47 minutes. Since only the divine sword can stop the detonation, he seeks to capture it to ensure humanity's extinction. Meanwhile, Thunder finally reawakens, revitalized by his ship's energy. After healing Mureuk's wounds, he gifts him a powerful combat armor to help fight the controller, who still possesses Gae-in's body. Together, they open a portal and return to the future. At the same time, Neung-pa miraculously recovers, his sight restored. The two sorcerers, now in the future, accidentally meet Gae-in, Neung-pa's descendant. Moments later, they are chased by Samsik, whose body is possessed by one of the controller's minions. Gae-in escapes and looks for a way to help. Soon, the controller, still using Gae-in's body, locates the two sorcerers holding the divine sword. Two major battles unfold aboard a speeding train: Thunder and Mureuk versus Samsik, and the two sorcerers versus the controller inside Gae-in's body. The clashes intensify until Mureuk, clad in Thunder's armor, confronts the controller directly. Channeling all his strength, he forces the alien out of Gae-in's body. To maximize the armor's power, he transfers it to her, and finally, the controller is expelled. But the alien quickly invades Samsik's body and launches a devastating counterattack. The explosion it causes derails the train, sending wreckage everywhere. Thankfully, Gae-in and her allies escape before impact. Moments later, the alien that controlled Jang abandons his body and attacks Gae-in, who is still weak. Just as the creature is about to strike, Gae-in appears and saves her. Guided by a message from her ancestor Neung-pa, Gae-in realizes her purpose to deliver a sacred weapon to the sorcerers so they can fight back. Soon after, Mureuk, though badly wounded, rises again, unlocking his true power. Together with Gae-in and the two sorcerers, he faces the controller's remaining soldiers. While the battle rages on, Gae-in, guided by Thunder, reaches the alien ship's core to prevent the Haba explosion. With one final effort, she hurls the divine sword into the ship's heart, stopping the detonation and destroying the remaining aliens. Yet, the controller survives, seizing Minson's body in a desperate act. Gae-in and Mureuk rush to save her. Gae-in uses her armor's power to seal the alien inside a containment device, but cracks soon form. The controller is still fighting to break free. Realizing the danger, Thunder decides to sacrifice himself. He activates his self-destruction program to annihilate the controller once and for all. Before ascending into space, he leaves a heartfelt message to Gae-in, thanking her and expressing gratitude to Mureuk for his kindness when Thunder once lived as two loyal cat spirits. Thunder vanishes into space and detonates, taking the controller with him. Mureuk, with a heavy heart, parts ways with Ian and returns to his original timeline through a time portal. The two sorcerers, his longtime mentors, follow soon after. When Mureuk returns to his own era, he finds the portal still connected to the future. With one final step through time, he travels forward again, determined to find Ian and finally confess his love. And the movie ends there.